Hello everyone, my name is Nemo and I'm just playing against the computer here, still unlocking some cards, but it's the first time this is gonna happen for me, so thought I'd share this moment. Sucks to be you, Garuk. Oh yeah, this is happening. Guess what, Johnny? Look at all these cards I used. Little effigy. Well, Johnny, I think you're knocking on heaven's door. Ay, 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 ay. Knocking on heaven's door. You get the joke? Ay, ay. Ay, ay, ay. New booster unlock. Let's see what it is. Open. Anything useful here? Oh, I guess that's pretty useful probably. Another essence scatter, I already have 3 of those. Safe passage, meh, I don't have a lot of creatures and this isn't too useful without creatures, so that's not useful for me. So not a lot of, well, Thermorphic Expanse. Yep, that's great. And a Divination, okay. Yeah. Not a bad pack for my Door to Nothingness deck. Oh yeah, just tutored up my door. Jace is gonna get it. That's a long game. But anyways, fun in Nothingnessville, Jace. This deck keeps working better and better. Which is fun. It's actually not a horrible deck. So, of course I lose most of the games, but still. It's not horrible. Really, Chandra? Really? Really? Okay. Just checking. What? What? Draw a billion cards. Oh, there's a mountain there. There he is. Maybe I'll play the Brittle Effigy, I guess. Now, if she manages to deal me 7 damage in a turn, I'm just gonna cry. Whatever. Yeah, well, that's 7, but it doesn't have haste. Wait, it does. Well, I can block it. Hopefully. Of course it has haste. The land is not, you know, the land was out there for a while. Well, that was close, Chandra. But get doored! Get doored! Whew. That was ridiculous. What crap. The reason I didn't play my Mind Spring earlier was because the island was the last land I got for the door, so. But I got a new booster, let's check it out. Divination, another Mind Spring, awesome. Another Archaeomancer, awesome. Another Plummet, maybe useful. Fogbank, probably useful. That's probably not useful to me at all. Alright, well, some good stuff in there. Okay, just gotta live a turn. Just rampant growth my second planes. Let's see if we can live this turn. It's pretty close. He's got 4 damage on me at least. Alright, so he blocked the 4/6. Take 4, hopefully not die to something I don't know. Alright. Take it. Sweet. Yeah. Alright, that was awesome. We door to nothing all of them. Alright, so let's take a look at the deck. Basically the reason I made the Door to Nothingness deck is Come on, sorted by cost, man. I hate that it does that automatically. I'd like to have everything sorted by cost, please. Thank you very much. Anyways, so the reason I decided to make a Door to Nothingness seal deck is just because I had Door to Nothingness in my pool. And most of my good cards seem to be divided into basically every color. So, like, if I'm ever going to make a Door to Nothingness deck, this pool should probably be it. So there it is, Door to Nothingness deck. Let's have some fun with it. Let me show you what I got. I got for color fixing, I got a Terramorphic Expanse. And I have a... come back! Come back! Thank you. And I have a Rampant Growth, and that's it. That's all the color fixing I have. That's all she wrote. So yeah. And what else do I have? Well, I got a Brittle Effigy here. And that's amazing. That's probably the best removal spell in this deck, because it doesn't matter which color I have, I can always play it. It's probably the best removal in the whole format. I mean, screw Murder, this is better, I think. We got Condemn. We got an Earthquake, which is the only card I have in any of my decks that can actually deal with Hexproof. Aside from counterspelling the Hexproof creature, I guess. We got a Void Stalker, which is great because this guy, if my Door to Nothingness plan fails, because they destroy or somehow steal my Door to Nothingness, then by that time I'm probably already milled out. I'm gonna be close, or I'm gonna be close to milling out. So having Void Stalker prevent that from happening to me by shuffling him and one of my own creatures back into my library is pretty good. And it basically allows me to still pull my weight late game if I don't have my win condition. Because I got so much removal, and I do have some other threats, so I'm basically, as long as the game takes long enough and I don't get milled out, I'm basically still gonna win. So yeah, Void Stalker's pretty good at that, as well as just being a removal spell himself. So as long as he doesn't get exiled or killed, that is basically a safety measure from getting milled out, since I don't have an Elixir of Immortality. We got a Fog Bank here, we got Pacifisms, great removal. We got one Essence Scatter. I got 4 of them in the pool. 4 of them in the pool. But I only want to run one because I got better removal than Essence Scatter. This only works if I actually catch him trying to play it, whereas if he's already got something on the table that I need to deal with, it's of course better to have something else. 2 Plummets, I'd rather not run 2 Plummets, like one is already kind of pushing it, compared to some of the other... Look, I've got 3 Pacifism, Brittle, Effigy. I got so much better removal than Plummet. But it's basically one of the very few cards that are actually worth playing in my green. So my green, it just isn't that great for this setup, at least. Of course, yeah, my green isn't great at all, basically, if you look at this. I would not make a green deck out of this. So the Plummet and I mean, some of the other stuff is normally still worth running, but not in a deck where it's all about surviving, and I don't really care about getting dudes on the table to be aggressive. So all I want is removal here, but unfortunately that's basically all removal in green here, so I gotta run that because I want some green cards, since I'm running green lands anyway. I got Mind Springs, which are amazing, and that's the reason why blue is my main color in this deck. It's because Mind Spring is insane here. It helps me get to all the lands I need to get to, as well as the Door to Nothingness itself. Rampant Growth, obviously, need that for some color fixing. I wait with this, unless I really need the color, a certain land right now to be able to play a certain spell. I'd wait with Rampant Growth to see which is the last land I still need, and then get that one. We got Giant Scorpion here. I got another one in the pool, but since I need some green spells, otherwise, like, Giant Scorpion is better than Plummet in my book, but since I need some green spells in there, just to make use of the green lands, I guess, only one Giant Scorpion, because the other removal is basically better than Giant Scorpion. So we got a Murder, only one, but it's not that big of a deal, because in this deck, the other removal usually is better, because it doesn't take 2 of a certain color to play. We got a Flames of the Firebrand, which can obviously deal with 2 threats, or maybe even 3. We got Archaeomancers, which are amazing with Mindspring, but basically it's amazing in this deck either way, because it got a lot of spells and very few creatures. We got a Diabolic Tutor, which same deal as with Terramorphic Expanse and Rampant Growth. I wait for the last color or land I need, or if it's the Door to Nothingness, I get that. And by the time that's the case, I should have enough lands that I can actually tutor whatever I need and drop Door to Nothing the same turn. We got a Switcheroo, which allows me to have an extra win condition. Although I don't have that many creatures, it's still a very good card and I think I should still run it. But there's an extra one which I'm not running, and I think it would just be overkill, especially in a deck with only 6 creatures, to run 2 Switcheroos. And I got an Inferno Titan, which I just can't leave behind. It's an extra addition. It's an extra Flames of the Firebrand, as well as a huge dude that is a win condition in and of itself. Which means that even if they deal with the Door to Nothingness, I still got something going on. So, what am I not running here? Well, I'm not running some of these weak cards here. I'm not running Sliver, so I don't need a few Slivers. We got Stave Off here. Not running too many creatures, so it's not worth it. I got some blue stuff like Unsummon. I also have, let's see here. We also have some other blue. Where it is. We got Frost Breath as well. Same deal with Unsummon and Frost Breath. I'm not running those because they only delay, whereas my removal spells actually deal with something. And I need to survive for quite a while to get this stuff going. So I'm probably not gonna be, if I pack the deck with stuff like Unsummon and Frost Breath and Fog-like cards, then I'd probably not be able to survive long enough. They wouldn't work long enough to get to where I need to be to have 2 of each color out and Door to Nothingness. We got a Shock, which, you know, normally in like a mono red or a dual color deck, Shock is great because you probably always have a target for it and your other removal can deal with the rest. In this deck, however, if I got a Mountain out and you know, that's one of the few colors I have at the start, then I want something that can actually, you know, help deal with the biggest threat I'm gonna face with that Mountain. Because I can't rely on having a Mountain and something else and another removal spell of that other land. So, you know, every removal spell I have has to basically be foolproof. So, Shock is not in there for that reason. We got a Taste of Blood, which is just an awful card. Of the Knights, White Knight is the best, but I'm not running either of these because, you know, they're just not as impactful enough. Maritime Guard, obviously not running that. Ravenous Rats is, I think, some of the only discard here, which, you know, is not worth running, because they probably have at least one card they'll gladly discard. We got a Goblin Shortcutter, not worth it without more creatures. We got some Goblin Warpaint, again, no creatures. Mighty Leap, again, no creatures here. The extra Ice and Scatter, the other Plummet, Distress, and Shining Bloods, all not running any of those because it's double black. Rock Egg, Master of Diversion, Griffin Sentinel, 2 Trained Condors, Giant Scorpion, 2 Blur Slivers, Manfuli Beast Tracker, can't get anything I want. Brindlebore, I'd rather just have removal than something that can save me for 1 turn. We got a lot of staffs here, which granted the life gain would be useful, but since I'm running 5 colors, it's not very likely I'm gonna hit the right color for this to actually work. We got Oaken Forms, we got Safe Passages, which, like I said, with the Frost Breath, they're without creatures, these are just a fog, and just the fog isn't good enough. I'd rather just kill something. We got Slaughter Cry, we got Glimpse the Future, which is worse than Divination, and I'm not running Divination. Reason I'm not is because early on, well, I just need to actually be able to deal with stuff, and then later on, once I start with the card drawing train, it doesn't really matter because I have the Mind Springs instead. So, although Divination is not a bad card, and there could be a case made for adding a Divination instead of the Essence Scatter, but I do like having at least 1 Essence Scatter, because if the opponent has a Hexproof creature, I can maybe at least Essence Scatter it. So there's that. Treasons, Healer of the Pride, Griffin Center, all of this stuff is kind of obvious why I'm not running it, because my win condition is Door to Nothingness and not killing someone with creatures. So yeah, kind of obvious there. The lifelink from Mark of the Vampire would be useful. If not that, I don't have a lot of targets, so I shouldn't include too many of those kind of cards, and I'm already running a switcheroo. So Tectonic Rift is something I don't hope ever seeing used against me, like Chandra did in campaign for the sealed, for unlocking my cards there. Yeah, this is a card I don't like seeing against me as I'm trying to set up the Door to Nothingness win. But there's not really much point in including it in this deck myself. And the rest of this stuff, like Quantum Weak, yes, it's removal, but I need creatures for it to work. So basically, yeah, just a lot of stuff that makes sense not to run. This is conditional removal, whereas I have removal that's not conditional, so at least not as conditional as Turn to Slag, and it requires double red. And the rest, yeah, it's just basically most of the stuff here is obvious why I'm not running it. So there it is. That's the deck set up. Let's get into a game and see how it performs. I played it before already. I played it quite a bit actually. Whenever I was like, oh, let's play a deck, I was playing this deck, and I have this deck unlocked for a while. But I wanted to actually get the original 10 decks videos for each of those out before I started to head more into the sealed environment. So that's why I'm only gonna show it now instead of sooner. So let's get into a game though and show you if I can get lucky. Like I said, my main nemesis with this deck is Hexproof. But that counts for the blue-black deck I showed you last time as well. It's just Hexproof just kicks my control deck's asses because I don't have a lot of answers to it. And there's not a lot of chance that I'm gonna be able to race it. So there's that. Either way, let's get into a game. Alright, so we're in a game. I only got 2 planes, so I'm not taking this hand. We got 3 kinds of lands here, and the black is useful and the white is useful. So this is a hand that's worth keeping, definitely. So let's play, I guess, white first since pacifism turn 2 seems good. Normally, whenever I have multiples of a certain color in hand, I play that color first, because if I then draw something that requires 2 of that color, which granted there's not a lot of that in my deck, I think only in black and blue, then I can actually play that by dropping the second of that color. We got a Plummet here. So far it's not worth pacifying Tormented Soul yet. I got 20 turns to deal with that, so unless he puts something on it, then I'm forced to pacify it later on. Looks like he's running black and red. So this deck is not as awful as you'd think, because, well, sealed is a slow environment, usually. And I usually have enough time to get some stuff going. Ooh, pacifism doesn't deal with that. That is an issue. That is an issue. Alright. I'd rather not pacify it, because I'd rather like kill it later. If I draw an extra swamp, I'll gladly tutor up Murder to deal with that thing. For now, let's just drop the Scorpion. He'll probably kill it and get a 1-1. Hopefully he doesn't have Burn in hand, because, yeah, Pyromancer is a beating. Young Pyromancer, one of the best cards in the sealed format here. Definitely worth it if you got those. Definitely worth it going in red. Let's see if I can actually deal with this. And of course the black makes sense, because black is the most powerful color in sealed, so he probably opened some Pyromancers and thought, hey, let's make a red-black deck. That seems to make sense to me. He doesn't play anything else. Ooh, there's a Murder, but unfortunately, if I get the swamp to tutor for the swamp, then I already have the swamp, so there's not much point in that. Let's drop a land here, and I guess we just say go here. I don't really have anything to do. Waiting on other colors. So like I said, I'm not doing much in these early turns, because I'm usually just waiting for colors to be able to play the spells I want to play. Yeah, see, there we go. He removes this guy and gets a 1-1, does he? Yeah, just whenever you play an instant or sorcery spell, it doesn't even need to be red. That's so good, man. That is so good. Pyromancer! So this could definitely be a quick game because of that Pyromancer. And I'm starting to want to pacify it, because even if he... I mean, it doesn't do much against his army of 1/1s that he's gonna have, but it's the biggest guy. So. Oh, there we go. Let's murder that immediately before he gets a chance to untap and play something in response. And now I'm taking 2 damage a turn, but it's still not really worth pacifying either of those 1/1s. So hopefully I just get like a fog bank, because that's worth it more against the 1/1s. And this is a reason why I'd rather have the Giant Scorpion than another Plummet in the deck, because of these kind of... Okay, yeah, that's worth dealing with. That is certainly worth dealing with. There's an Earthquake, but I don't have red available to me here. I definitely... well, I don't have 4 left over after this, so... Doesn't really matter what I tap here. And it makes sense to keep the Plummet open in case he plays a flying creature, so... Although I have 2 forests, so... No matter how it automatically taps, it probably leaves the Plummet option open anyways. Yeah, in fact, with pacifism, there was no way to tap 2 forests, so... But I'm really more talking in general. But, this may definitely be a beating, because all these one power creatures aren't really worth dealing with. There's a fog bank. Still need an island though, so I'm just gonna get an island here. I think that's the best play. I need islands anyways. If I draw like Archaeomans, I got a lot of stuff with double islands, so even if I get an island myself, it's still probably gonna be useful. So let's play the fog bank here to at least mitigate some of the damage coming in. And well. To be fair, a mountain would have not been a bad choice either. Come to think of it, because then I could have played Earthquake. Oops. Yeah, because he probably has removal here, because I don't have a lot of other stuff to use it on. So good thing I took out the Pyromancer as soon as possible, because that would have been a beating on with Pyromancer still in the game. So I'm down to 8, that means I still can play the Earthquake if I draw a mountain here. So that's a good thing. That is a good thing. That's gonna be the mountain. I'm taking 3 this turn. I think it's not worth playing the Voidstalker, because then I just end up having to use it later when I want an Earthquake to not kill it. So hopefully he doesn't have more damage coming in here, which will take me out or put me at a low enough life total that I can't Earthquake anymore. Hopefully what he does is play some more low toughness creatures and just take out a lot of stuff with the Earthquake. That would be nice. Of course, if he plays a flyer, I could definitely be in trouble. But I've got the Plummet for that, so... yeah, good. That's 3 toughness. That's perfect. Perfect. Getting myself a mountain here, which I should have gotten earlier with the Diabolic Shooter, but good thing I got it. So I can just safely do it for free. That's alright. That's good tapping. Now we can play the Voidstalker. Unless he's got like Hexproof boots and a flyer, you know, to get by it and immediately kill me. I think I'm safe to untap for the untap and not be able to play the Plummet this turn. And if he doesn't kill this, then I'm safe to well, there's no other creature on the board, so he needs to play a creature and not kill it, and then I can be safe to keep. Well, nope. Is he gonna kill it? I don't know, man. There's a dude. Is he gonna just pass the turn here? Okay. Let's see, because I can get back Diabolic Shooter. So I should just play this and get an island. Makes sense, let's do that. Alright, so let's see. I still need plains and a mountain, and the rest I got doubles. So I need a plains, a mountain, and a door. That's what I still need. Now he's going to play Mark of the... I don't understand why he didn't murder this earlier. But I guess he just wants this to happen. And then play a real threat. That's what I'm guessing. Hopefully that threat is a flyer. I can also keep the Archaeomancer in hand for now. Ooh. How much land do I have? 3, 5, and 8. Yeah. Good. I can play this and have Plummet open. So that is a good thing. That's already done then. Now I need one more land and then I can get the other land. So depending on what he plays here, I may want to get a Murder. Otherwise I may want to get the Diabolic Tutor. Or just the Rampant Growth. Yeah, just Rampant Growth to get the other land. If I get the land, then there's another pacifism. Well, since I still need 2 lands and... See, the thing is, if I play it now and get a Plains and then luckily top deck into a mountain, I can immediately use the door. But if I then get another Plains, I'm stuck with that. So, it seems better to me to wait to see what I need. And by keeping the Archaeomancer back in case I need to get the Murder, then I can still get that. Making me discard. Gonna discard Plummet. Because I need to deal with this guy, obviously, and I got pacifism for it. I wonder what those other 3 cards are. Ooh, nice. So that means... yeah. Yeah, good. Good. Pacify that and get back Rampant Growth and play Rampant Growth. And let's see, I need the Mountain because there's Inferno Titan in my deck and there's nothing with double white cost in my deck, so Mountain first. Mountain first! Now if I top deck the Plains, it's obviously amazing, but otherwise I can Archaeomancer the Rampant Growth as long as it doesn't play another threat this turn. Well, that's a shame. Close one. GG, close one. Damn. I was typing too fast. And my microphone is in the way. It's right in front of my face, so my keyboard is behind that. So difficult to type there. But that's game number 1. I'd like to play this again against him and see if we can make it work this time. But he's probably gonna play something that he thinks is a good matchup for this deck. 4 of my colors to start with. That's great. I'm gonna keep this hand. And for now, I think it's worth waiting with the Terramorphic Expanse. Yeah, it's definitely worth waiting with the Terramorphic Expanse early. So I can later get something that I know I need. Alright. Good, we can play that. So just drop one of the normal lands. Let's say go. Looks like he's playing the same deck. This may be the same deck. It would make a lot of sense. Wow, what? Replace... Okay, well, we're gonna get a real game. Normally I would play it out, but this is so fast that... yeah, see you in the next game. Later, in the same game... Alright, we're in another game. This hand seems good. Seems good. Got 4 different colors and 2 of the blue, which is the most important color. We're playing the island first. Because I got two of those. So I just won 1 down. So I can always play the other island whenever I need. Which is right now. No, actually, this only requires 1. But what am I thinking? Let's get the forest down so I can play Plummet whenever I want. And play the Fog Fizzle. The Fog Bank. It's all business. playing against a Trekkie. It's the 87th Trekkie, so yeah, he was one of the first to see the first Star Trek. I don't. Never mind. This is just getting silly now. Let us continue. Stall this guy out. So what I saw from the... I won the previous game actually against computer. What I saw from the deck... Ooh. Perfect. So now, if he deals with the fog bank, I then do that. Ooh. Let's play a planes, because I got 2 of those. And... yeah, continue. I mean... pacifism is more likely to get something later on than plummet. Yeah, murder. Oh no, I'm gonna have to discard. Let me save you the trouble of attacking there. Plummet. Get down to the ground. And don't do anything else. Extra island, wow. Let's just play the swamp here. Get that out of the way. And continue. So now I got all my colors. And I got double blue. And if I draw a swamp, I get double black. And those are all the cards I need for doubles. Except for Door to Nothingness, which requires double of everything. What I saw of the previous guy's deck after he left was that he was basically a very stalling deck. So makes sense that that he would leave when he saw that he had to play against my deck again. 2 damage a turn is not that big a deal, so I don't really want to pacify just yet. Maybe he has bigger threats that I need to be worried about. So let's just take some damage before I start panicking and dealing with that. Yeah, see, now we got a way better target for the pacifism. There it is, Rise from the Grave and that thing. Luckily it doesn't get haste. That would be ridiculous. And then randomly discards my removal spell against it. Oh wow, that would be ridiculously good. Luckily that's not the case for me. Luckily for me, I mean. And Brittle Effigy, nice. Let us pacify this thing and play Brittle Effigy, which I can then immediately use if need be. Sweet. He must be like, what the heck is this guy doing? What kind of deck is that? Oh yeah, just a fun little deck. To be truthful, I didn't really need to deal with the Hypnotic Spectre now, because I don't mind if he discarded these. There's no land destruction in his deck in those colors, so game is sinking. I hope he didn't quit out. Yeah, he did. Ah, come on. Why won't you let me win? Why won't you let me play this out and win with the whole trick and shebang? You know, I'm gonna keep getting games until that happens. So see you in the next one. All right, another game. Only 1 color. Nope. I don't think this is worth keeping. Hard to say. No. So now it's difficult, but I got the most important colors for this hand. The only problem is once you only have 2 colors, the game may take too long. You know, it may just take too long to set up what I want to set up. Which means, you know, that's bad. But on the other hand, I do have a Mind Spring, so if I can get another island early on, then you know, I may be in way better shape. So let's hope that happens. I do have the Diabolic Tutor, so if I get an extra swamp, I can get an extra island with that. So there's that. Let's just drop the Fog Bank and say go against a Jeopard. I would like to actually get a game where someone doesn't quit out and I get a genuine win against another player instead of having to Door to Nothingness the computer like I've had to do twice now. So that's just not as fun. Yeah, definitely dropping the swamp, because if I draw another one, that means good things. That means good things if that happens. Alright, so he's got a Beast Tracker there, and he's gonna get what I assume is his best. Yeah, good game. Yep, can't beat that. Can't beat Hexproof. That is the problem I am gonna suffer with here is that I just can't beat the Hexproof. But a blocker is good. Of course, you know, the one counterspell I did leave in the deck would have been better. That would have been perfect. That would have been the perfect draw. On the other hand, Earthquake would be nice too, but he has a land advantage, so I need to have 2 lands up on him to be able to Earthquake that thing, since he is definitely mono green. So his guy is gonna be pretty big. So yeah. Okay, well, I got all my colors at least. Still means I can't beat his thing, but I have all my colors, and I got 2 blockers that can actually block that thing. So that is a good thing at least. Now that is troublesome, because it can kill my Fog Bank. It's unfortunately only combat damage on that Fog Bank prevents. Oh, come on, give me double blue. That would be so nice now. So that means he kills my Fog Bank, and that is a problem. I guess I mean I can't stop it from using its ability, but it's still the biggest thing on the board aside from his 6/6 there. So I need to pacify it. Even though I can't stop the ability, I need to pacify it anyways. And I mean, hopefully it just doesn't have a removal spell for the Scorpion. Yeah, you can definitely bring that. Okay, so that means he doesn't have a removal spell for the Scorpion. Yet, at least. So that is a good thing. So that means I'm only taking 1 damage a turn right now. He's the 7/7. Yeah. I think I get the island instead of getting the Earthquake, because there's just not a lot of chance that I'm going to be able to Earthquake for that much. By the time I'd be able to do that, I'm probably so low in life that, yeah, I can't do it anyways, so there's that. Now, getting the island or getting the swamp means I can then get the island with Diabolic Shooter, but I think that's a little too slow. It does mean, you know, whatever. I'll be able to play Diabolic Shooter later. Alright, so I'm just gonna do this for 5 because I don't have much else to do. I'm guessing he doesn't have flyers. Is there even a flyer in green? I have to discard. What am I gonna discard? Not Rampant Growth, that's for sure. Because I'm gonna get my other mountain with that, and I'm gonna Diabolic Tutor. Well, I don't need to really Diabolic Tutor anything as long as I just survive. So, Plummet. I'm obviously discarding Plummet. There's no use to it. Against mono green, Plummet is useless. So I don't know why. I was just saying how useless Plummet is, and then I'm like, what am I gonna discard? That's a tough decision. Gee willikers. His board is looking more and more scary. If I was him, I'd attack with everything except the Dungrove Elder. I mean, I'd at least bring the pack leader here. But I'm not him, so. Yeah, see, there we go. And I have to take the damage. So that means next turn I'm taking 5, 9. 9 plus 2 is 11. Oh, I still need the mountain. So I can survive. I'm taking 8. Plus 3. I'd like to murder you. Oh, I can Rampant Growth the mountain. That's better. That's what I'm doing. Rampant Growth the mountain. And 6 lands, so yeah. Kinda have to just hope that he doesn't get removal or giant growth or something. And then I win next turn if he doesn't win on his turn. That's what it comes down to. That is what it comes down to. Just a dude. That's the only card in his... Oh. But he draws a card. Ooh. He gets to draw a card. What is it? What did he draw? What did he draw? We'll find out. I survive. Oh man. GG. That was close. Like I said, I would have attacked with everything in his case. He would have killed me, I think, this turn if he did. But, oh well. Just the turn earlier before he started doing it, you know. I would have brought the 1/1s as well. But, that got my nerves pumping. Well, very close game. Hope you enjoyed this video. Definitely fun to get wins with the Nothingness. And I definitely enjoyed this deck. It's a gimmicky deck, for sure. But it's not as bad as you'd think, and I do get wins with it, so can't ask for more than that, alright? So, I'll see you guys in the next video. My name's been Nemo. Voice crack there. My name has been Nemo. My name will still be Nemo in the next video. And, see you then. Thanks for watching.